Hotel family, this is your brother Guy Nollywood Jr. coming to you with another exclusive video. Do you know who this nasty looking old hag bitch that's above me right now? Well, that's Carolyn Bryant Donham. She was the woman that falsely accused Emmett Till, the young boy that you see here. He was only 12 years old. It was her husband and his brother that murdered this child, which to me is a very cowardly punk move. Well, she passed away this past Tuesday at the age of 88 years old. And I noticed after she passed away, there was a lot of black folks that was saying stuff like, oh, all of a sudden they become more, all of a sudden they are spiritual people, and they say stuff like, burn in hell, or they might say stuff like, rest in urine. And I said to myself, she can't hear it. She can't even see the comments. What is the what is the purpose of black folks saying that? As far as I'm concerned, she died peacefully. She died peacefully. What was all this when she was alive? What was all this? Where was the unrest? She should never have lived that long. There was a bill that passed called the Emmett Till bill, which to me is a weak bill, because as you can see, this woman never got tried. She never got sent to prison. Nothing happened to her. So as far as I'm concerned, they need to get rid of it because it's pointless. Once the state, because she died, I believe, in Louisiana. Once the state did not do anything to her, it was up to our people, especially the ones that lived in that state, should have had dealt with her. She should never have gotten no peace. They should have dragged this bitch out of her house and dealt with her, if you know what I mean. As far as I know, and then to me, she punked black people. She really got black folks shook. That's how I feel about it. She got black people shook because Negroes did not do anything to her. So all this comments talking about burn in hell and all this other stuff, it ain't bothering her. It ain't bothering her. No one ever threw a brick in her house. No one ever did anything where she lived to see 88 years old. And as you can see, she didn't have no sympathy. She didn't have no shame in her game. There was no sorrow. It was nothing. Like, she died peacefully. And she died happy. As far as she's concerned, she done her job. She done her job. And I know the KKK and the skinheads and all these white extremists will look at her as a hero. So she went out with she left this world with a bang. Just like that old racist, I won't even say racist, that old white extremist piece of garbage that shot our young brother, 16-year-old brother, twice. He went out with a bang. And nothing is done to him. Why are we letting our enemies live out their life peacefully? They should be watching over their shoulder every time. Why every time we can look at each other wrong, or we could do something and we gotta look over our shoulder every time in our own neighborhood? But this piece of garbage, this piece of shit right here, don't have to worry about that. Because far as she's concerned, she look at us as cowards. Let me tell you something. You kill one of their own, their 12-year-old, their 8-year-old, white folks, people like her will never let you get away with it. You will never get no peace. You will never get no rest. But for some reason, they can kill our children and they can die peacefully. They can die peacefully. This ratchet piece of garbage bitch got black people shook. So all this pro-black, Black Panthers and the new Black Panther Party and all these little pro-black groups, where you at? Where y'all? Where are all these black organizations at? The NWHCP and all that. Where are you at? Where you at? How could you let her slide like that? But at the same time, they can arrest Bill Cosby over some shit that he did in the 60s and 70s that no one really care about. And he didn't murder nobody. They can arrest R. Kelly. R. Kelly didn't murder nobody. They have no problem arresting our elders. But this evil bitch can kill one of our own and nothing can happen to her. I want y'all to think about that. This white piece of trash got black people shook, where black folks did not do anything to her. They did not do. There was no threats to her life. There was no videos making mockery of her. There was no slander videos. There was nothing. Nothing. But as soon as black people have a disagreement on YouTube, you see a lot of that. Or you see a lot of the mocking and the threats, the bashing. You see a lot of that. Oh yeah. But when it came down to this bitch, you didn't see nothing that. You didn't see nothing that, because she got black people shook. Black people did not. I don't want to say nothing bad. Professor Griff, you wrong. Talking about you don't want to speak ill of the dead. You wrong. Okay, I don't know where you get that from. Talking about you don't want to speak ill of the dead, of your enemies. But it doesn't matter anyway, because people like that cannot hear you, because she died peacefully. There was no unrest. But in the meantime, we got to sleep with one eye open. From our enemies, from our natural enemies, and the enemies that look like us. And black people don't have a problem with that. You're going to keep voting Democrat. You keep voting these racist people in office who's not going to do nothing for you. Because what? Because you don't want a Republican in office? Or because you don't want another Trump in office? These politicians, these white politicians, ain't gonna do a damn thing. We are on our own. So again, this is how I feel about it. This is my take on it. Couldn't speak on it before because I had the flu, but now I'm speaking on it. She got away. This evil bitch, this Neanderthal cunt, got away from murder, and black people let her go. They let her slide. You're wrong, black folks, from letting this woman slide. She died peacefully. She died peacefully, and black people let it happen. There was no threats on her life. There should have been many letters going to her making threats of her life. She should never have gotten no rest. Black folks. And by you keep talking about her and what she did to our young brother, who was a child, you making her a hero. You making her a hero. So your comments don't mean nothing. Your burning hell comments doesn't mean nothing. She can't see it. She can't hear it. All of a sudden, y'all spiritual now. There's no hell. There's no heaven. There's none of that. This woman lived in her paradise on earth until she passed away. And meanwhile, we're still suffering. We still got to dodge bullets, even in our own neighborhood. Black folks could look at each other wrong, and next you know it, there's a shootout. How long that we're going to keep our enemies how long we're going to keep our enemies just living out their life without any consequences? How long are we going to keep doing that, black folks? I'm tired of that. I'm sick and tired of it. She died at 8. This cunt died at 88 years old. She lived a long life. And she died peacefully with no regrets. And we let it happen. That Emmett Till bill is trash. Throw it out. Because if it don't hold no weight, then I don't want it. You passed this bill and there was no justice for Emmett Till. No justice. This woman should have died in prison. Or she should have got the death penalty for her actions. Because she was the one that opened her mouth and lied. The typical white woman lie. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And you got black women that follow right behind that bullshit, lying on black men too. Not all our sisters, but you got some female, you got these black feminist women that rely on our brothers too. Following people like this. You black feminist women, you ain't shit. Because I know she's your hero. This is what I'm talking about. And all of a sudden, like I said, there's no bashing. There's no making mockery. There was no threats of her life. and we just cool with it. Like she got away from murder. Who cares? Black folks that believe in this symbolism, y'all gonna pay for that. Y'all gonna pay for your own downfall. Keep believing in this symbolism trash. Keep believing, keep being happy because, you know, you have this Emmett Till bill that to me is garbage. That holds no weight. Keep believing in that shit. Your comments about this woman, your negative comments about this woman holds no weight. And and her family will build a nice grave, a beautiful grave, and they will treat her like a hero. They kill our children, they lock our children up, and we don't do nothing about it. There is no violence. And I hate to say this, black folks, you want change? It will have to take violence to make change. Protesting is not going to work. Marching is not going to work. Even Dr. King, that everybody claimed they love so much, said that he was tired of marching. Black people today is not the black people in the 60s. We have a new breed of Negroes that don't want to be called Africans, because I'm not associated with black people today. And I'm just going to keep it 100. You black folks that don't want to be called Africans and all that, I don't want to be associated with you. Because for I'm concerned, you're my enemy. You part of the Bryant family. The Carolyn Bryant Donham family. You part of that crew. You can say what you want. I don't give a shit. Black people today are not black people back in doing the Black Panther Party movement, doing the Martin Luther King movement. These are a new breed of scared black folks. They just want to party and dance and coon all day in YouTube videos and on TikTok. Scared Negroes. And the only thing they want to do is just bad mouth Pan-Africans, don't want to be associated with Africa. They want to coon, they want to buck dance. This is what they do. They want to come up with these pipe dreams that don't work at all. But when it comes down to our enemy, when it comes down to people like this, they keep quiet. They don't say nothing. They don't say nothing. They just, we're just gonna hush hush because we don't want to cause no trouble. It's just this constant beef. Black folks attacking black people on social media. But then they claim they want unity. But they don't want unity. We have a serious problem. But for our concern, this woman, this Neanderthal, I won't even call her a woman. This Neanderthal garbage, this cunt that you see here in this picture, she had black people shook. And the only thing Negroes can say is, burn in hell, rest in urine. Like that's going to do something. She can't hear you and she can't see it. So what is the point even saying anything? Her people think she's a hero. And that bill, you need to dump it out. If the Emmett Till didn't lock this bitch up, if that Emmett Till bill did not do anything to her drastically, then you need to get rid of it. I don't want it. Throw it out. It's pointless. As far as I'm concerned, she died. She went out with a bang. Just like that old piece of shit Neanderthal that killed our 16-year-old brother. He went out with a bang. White people embrace their criminals when they do things to us. This is the reason why they'll put their picture on Mount Rushmore. They'll put their criminals on a mountain. On the money, on a dollar bill. They put their criminals on a dollar bill. They embrace their criminals when they do things to us. Because their criminals are considered heroes. They don't respect humanity, but their own. You do things to them, or they're going to let you know. Sometimes I believe we got to fight fire with fire to show them we're no joke. This can't not be a one-man army. It will have to take multiple people, multiple Africans. It will have to take Africans to do it, not some Black Americans, not some Caribbeans, not some it will have to take Africans globally to handle this issue. So all this so-called pro-blackness, the super pro-blackness people put out there, and the only thing they can do is attack one another. And our enemy gets away from murder. She get away from murder. She died peacefully. And nothing happened to her while she was alive. It should never been where she got any peace. It should have been a lot of unrest. She should have been looking over her shoulder every minute. She should never have gotten any sleep. She should have had one eye open. That's all I have to say. I'm just really disappointed. This has been on my mind. I was so angry. I was really pissed off that this woman got away for murder after all these years. 88 years old. She lived a long life. And during that time while she was alive, there was nothing done to her. I'm very, very surprised. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I know her information was out there. I know she was easy to get. I know her information was out there. We stay letting our enemies live and live out their life. But when it comes down to us, we don't get no sleep. We don't get no rest. We don't get no rest. We can't even walk down our own neighborhood without some Negro, without some punk sucker Negro, doing something, or is there some sort of shootout, gang related. All these black gangs, coward gangs, cowards, blood crips, or whatever you want to call themselves, they're all cowards to me. They can say what they want. I will never respect them. I don't care how real they think they are. They do nothing for me. They serve no purpose. So I just want to share my thoughts on this. But that's how I feel about it. Okay, that's how I feel about it. This woman should never have got no rest. She should never got no peace. But again, that's on us. That's on us. And once again,